1% of the other shit. Less than 1%. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, we'll jump into the game. But yeah, that's the thing, right? It's how do you fix that? How do we make esports still a thing? It's tough. It's tough. And that streaming used to be about good players playing, right? That's what it started as. Great StarCraft 2 players, you know, streaming their games. Pro gamers and stuff. That's not what it is anymore. People will watch people say fucking gong gong, ice cream's so good. Like, you don't even have to have a personality. It's fucking crazy. What is this shit? What is this shit? My God. Yet my beautiful esports in StarCraft struggles for its 30K. Ugh. All right. All right. All that being said, we have Byun versus Dark, and Byun is mixing it up with a command center first. Love to see it. Now you watch me instead. Well, I'm still esports, bro. I'm fighting the good fight, keeping it alive.
Ambulance donated $3.33. If streaming is supposed to be about good players playing good games, why do you keep streaming every night?
Oh, a man can dream. A man can dream. I don't know. Ask Nesty, bro. We're all living in his dream anyways. This is what he has me doing. There is no free will, only what Nesty dreams up.
What? Semi donated $4.20. Hey Artie, it was nice meeting you at the tournament. Thanks for keeping Brood War alive.
Semi, it was very excellent to meet you, my handsome, kind, ripped Protoss friend. Good games, and feels weird that you're saying thanks for keeping Brood War alive while I'm streaming some StarCraft 2 here tonight, but cheers, man. Hope you're well. Hope you're killing it on the ladder. All right. So, what do we got going on here? You know, the command center first, obviously a great opener here. Dark getting into his 3 base. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of powering here, with Byun having a slight edge because of command center first just being a better build than what Dark is doing. But you can drone pretty quickly.
Donated
okay, we're going to pause donos and play him after this one.
Only does what Fruit Dealer allows him to do. He's been pulling the strings all along.
Wouldn't that be something? My God, what a story Fruit Dealer was. You know what Fruit Dealer's ID was in StarCraft 1? Cool. Is that a good ID? Cool. Anyways. So, looking at this, right? Both sides droning and SCVing up as quickly as they can. We have a 4 racks follow-up here from Byun. He loves shit like this. He likes 3 racks, but if you go command center first, anytime you go for, like, command center first, nexus first, whatever, you can add, like, 1 extra production building to normal builds, generally speaking. Right? So it's kind of this funny thing. It launches you forward so hard. And, you know, we have the 4 racks is up. And this is going to be a hell of a lot of Marines that walk out with stim and combat shields. It's kind of similar. It's like he's looking to catch Dark off guard. Now, Dark is getting a Roach Horn pretty darn early on here. So that's actually... that could be something that ends up saving him here. But he's going to have to produce a fuckload of roaches when this comes out. Because this is like a serious amount of Marines coming. Okay, I love that. That was a perfect move. Even walks the Marines to the south after that, as if he's taking another base. Very, very smart stuff. Now, this is a huge amount coming out. 6 roaches, 7 roaches on the way. That's not enough to hold on against us, not quite. We'll see where he approaches. Does he go through the mid? Yeah, okay, so he's going to go up towards that, like, kind of 4th-ish base location. The creep spread is not super duper far out. There's the combat shields. He's just waiting for those. Yeah, scans get rid of some of these creep tumors. Let's see. Does Dark have enough? Yeah, the stim doing a great job. The target firing, of course, very, very important here. Targeting down those roaches as quickly as possible. Holy crap. Popping just about everything here. Did those roaches attack that queen one time? Or am I totally crazy? But Byun right now, like, he has really caught, Dark off guard. And this is a bad situation. Like, even when he cleans this up, because he will clean it up, right? There's nothing to heal. So they can't stay alive forever. The amount of damage he's taken is outrageous. It's outrageous. He lost, like, 5, 6 queens, 6 drones, all of his roaches, lost mining time. How do you recover from that? You know, he's got this middling amount of roaches right now. You can't counterattack with it. Like, maybe if you make him into Ravagers, you have some potential there. I guess he does have roach speed finishing, so it doesn't hurt to move them across the map and see if you can shave some stuff off. But without a doubt, Byun's opener there was good. With 2 medevacs coming, it's going to become a lot harder as well. All right, the medevac's coming out with those Marines. Very hard position here. 1-1 being upgraded from Dark. I like that. He's giving a nod towards the game getting longer. He may as well. It's not just about surviving now. You got to set up a way that you could potentially win. And obviously 1-1 isn't that entirety, but it's part of it. You're not going to win if you have no upgrades as you get into the later game. So here comes the drop, and he's actually there underneath. So he's picking off the Marines reasonably quickly, but needs to send more up here. Byun just targeting everything down so quickly. Look at this. Takes out the Queen as well. Picks up as the rest of the units come. Another stim attack on the other side. Looking to pick off this Queen. Does end up getting it. Going to try to get out here with the rest of the Marines. Ooh, I love it. I love to see this. Beautiful, beautiful movement there from Dark. Picking off just a few extra units. So 1-1, going to be finishing up. +1 for Byun as well. Byun lands at 3rd command center. Going to keep the pressure on. Has 2 tanks continuing to produce as well. Ton of overlords. Damn, man. 10 overlords at once. Let's just fucking get it done, huh? It's like watching a laser. All right, so Byun just now pressuring with these Marines and medevacs. I love the targeting down as well. Oh, man. Ends up losing that Overlord also. Little drop in the main base. That gets cleared up reasonably well. And, like, Dark's holding on everywhere. Dark's doing a very good job. Like, he is truly the roach-splitting master. No one can actually defend as many locations with a roach-based army as Dark. He's just so fucking good at that. It's insane. But here come the siege tanks. He's going to have 4 tanks, and of course that entrenched push kind of in the middle area. You know, that's like Gressfawn every single game revolves around that area right there that we see at the top left. Right? Right there. Where those roaches and ravagers are walking through. You hold that area, and you just push. And it's like, it denies this base that's like kind of right to the south right here of where our screen is at, and you attack into that 4th base location. Very, very common tactic, and, you know, as Zerg, you can't let this happen. Now, that's some good bios. Takes down that siege tank. That's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. Beyond though, I think he's going to be able to rally up a lot more units here as well. Good targeting right there. Gets a couple Ravagers as well. Reinforcements are coming. This is like the last moment for Dark to get something done. Dude! The fucking bios! Oh my god, he gets a tank, he gets some medevacs right before the reinforcements come. Right before they come. Super clutch. Okay. Now, I want to kind of look at this game for a moment and figure out if Byun is actually not if Byun has lost the advantage, but has Dark grinded the advantage back, right? So this attack coming up, he's clearing the tanks really, really quickly. He does have to be very careful there. This is right before Byun gets his +2 attack as well, so this is actually kind of a good timing for him in a way. Just throws some great files down. Ooh, that's a sick flank coming down. Picks off 3 Ravagers right there. One thing, okay, so Dark right now on 74 drones. Okay, he's about to have 2-2. Infestor's coming out. Hive coming out. Byun continuing to push, but Byun is just now landing his fourth, right? His fourth is going over right this second. Look at him surround this stuff. Dude, seriously? Like, Dark was in a bad spot before. Really, really, Byun was very favored. And Dark has grinded this back masterfully. You can see why, you know, he's, well, I guess they're both former world champions, but, like, this is some world championship level play from Dark, honestly, to get back into the game in this position. Now look at this, starting melee upgrades. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an Ultralisk Cavern go down. This doesn't feel like a game where we can go into Lurkers yet. Might later. Infestation... no, Viper's coming out right now. The Viper's going to be very, very important here. Lightning Cloud on tanks, Yanks on tanks, and Parasitic Bombs. Great for grinding. Ooh, great fungal growth comes down here as well. Another beautiful fungal. Seriously, masterful play here from Dark. Like, you are watching Dark play some of his best StarCraft right now. Absolutely. And I mean, it's obviously the stakes are not the super highest. We're in the round of 4 in the ESL NA Cup. Right now, it's about 11 a.m. in Korea. These guys have been up either since early this morning or all night. We don't know, but he is seriously putting out a sick game here. Now, Byun is not out of this. He has 4 bases. He has good upgrades. He has 3-3 on the way. Drilling Claws is coming, right? He's starting to produce a bunch of mines. He's varying his composition. Sometimes we do see Byun get very stubborn on just Marine, Marauder, Medevac. Here we see he's adding a bunch of mines, right? Drilling Claws, that's good stuff. That's going to help. Starting to send his units out in multiple directions. You know, it does feel like we're getting a big transition at this point from Dark. He still has a lot of Road Ravager, but with the Vipers, with the Lings, with the Banes, that's going to give him a few more options. Of course, the Banes only have that +1 melee right now. But, you know, do Banes really care about that as much? Okay, there's a Hydralisk Den. So this is Dark looking towards going Lurkers. I think generally you're not going to want to macro Hydra at this point. Hydra is more of a mid-game composition. Although if your opponent doesn't have tanks, it's not the worst thing in the whole world. Okay, here we go. Dark coming up from behind. Rolling some Banes in there. Okay, doesn't really have the best engagement. Like, he's trying to make something happen here from a funny angle. Throws a Blinding Cloud down. Okay, Parasitic Bomb's coming out. Great split there. Isn't going to let that destroy the rest of his medevac health. And you know what? He's keeping this off his side. He's forcing it back once again. Some good biles go down. Taking some pretty decent engagements. Oh, man, the medevac's kind of stuck in the back here. I wonder if the edge of a fungal could catch one of those. Anyways, well, I don't know why he's doing this. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, there's no reason on Earth why that group that just barely held off the attack could go and counterattack. Now, maybe this was the idea. Draw that all to the side and then blow up the planetary. That could have been. Oh, dude, he gets all 3 of them. Are you kidding me? Banelings. It's a good unit. Banelings, good unit. Pretty awesome. Get wrecked, Byun. None of those things flew, so you couldn't stop that. LOL. Okay, so that puts Byun in a hard spot, man. He's down to 4 base again. He was on 5. He's down to 4. Dark is just ripping this game out of Byun's hands. This has to be a frustrating game for Byun, honestly, because after that beautiful opener, I'm like, yeah, he's got this. No problem. And it doesn't feel like Byun played particularly poorly. Maybe he was a little bit overconfident. It's a possibility. Ah! Painful. Parasitic Bomb, man. I love Parasitic Bomb grinding down medevacs. It's such a good way to do it. Okay. This is looking increasingly dire for our Terran player. Now, he is maxed out. We don't want to oversell it, right? But we've seen these types of positions a lot of times in the past. If he was on 5 base still, and with those 2 extra command centers, I'd be like, okay, you know what? We got a real macro game here. But right now, Dark is hitting multiple locations. He's forcing a lift off of the 4th. Coming around the other side here. Yeah, the Ling Bane. He's just, you know, Dark is doing a good job of slowing Byun down. Byun's going to have a hard time getting pressure on against Dark. Now, he is on the edge of the creep near 2 bases. It does feel like he needs to kill one. Oh, my God. LOL. those workers don't fly. Get wrecked. Baneling's good unit. Okay, so see, Byun actually hasn't made any progress. He's taking damage all over the place. Nothing's getting better for him. He has no new upgrades being made. He has no new army composition that he's transitioning to. Right? Like, yeah, he's right around maxed. He has a very strong standing army. But his economy is drying up. So, like, even if you have a good army, you know, Dark throws 2 armies into it, and what do you do there? Well, your army's not as good as 2 armies, is it? Probably not. So once again, trying to push through that area. Some cute little drops going on down there to the bottom. Look at this adrenaline +3 ranged. Get wrecked, Spore. Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that Byun is not even really trying to get another base. Like, you'd think he would, like, consider, like, floating a command center or something like that, right? Like, this feels very, very bad for him right now. And again, still maxed out. We will give him that. Oh, that was a sick mine. 44 kills on that mine. 44 kills! Oh my God. Just insane. Imagine one unit killing 44 units. And it's a cheap unit, guys. 25 minerals, 75 gas. Wild. All right, runs up and burrows. Wait, does he not have drilling claws? I could have sworn he got drilling claws before. That didn't look like drilling claws to me. Maybe I'm seeing things. My brain is operating too quickly. Okay, pathogen glands is coming up as he makes some more infestors here. I love the burrowed ling approach as well. Looks like a couple burrowed baneling landmines going on. Okay, Byun finally, yeah, okay, he did lift off that command center I was talking about before and floats it down to the 4th base location, or, well, 5th base location, I guess, is what we should call it. Sick mines once again. Where's our 44 kill, bro? Still got that one selected. Okay, Cloak coming up for Ghosts. Lurker Den finally here. He's had a few Hydras in his army for a while. And just now feeling like it's time to get into those Lurkers. Honestly, I think his transitions have been beautiful this game. All right, Byun trying to push up here. He can't push against that. Not with that army. Yeah, those Baneling landmines just waiting for him. Mapu trying to make sure he catches that. Okay, here comes Dark's. Well, that unburrow into fungal was pretty sick, but it wasn't timed correctly. So basically, the single file banelings all died before they got there. So Byun holds very cost efficiently right there. But again, still in a bit of a tough spot, right? He's got his 3/3 upgrades. He's got Ghosts. Ghosts almost have Cloak here. You know, he's kept the creep spread actually back really, really well this game. We do have to give him some real credit on that. That has been one big thing, is that this creep spread hasn't gotten to mid-map yet. Not at all. We're 20 minutes in, hasn't gotten to mid-map. Yeah, he does have that drilling clause. Thank you for checking that, Mapu. And, well, let's see if he actually has enough defenses to stop hemorrhaging against these counterattacks of Dark. Now, rotating down here. Lurkers are coming. Oh, God. Those banelings. Oh, God, those banelings. He walks right over him. Right now, you know, Dark is paying attention more to that other engagement, so Byun gets a little lucky there, maybe. Comes in, trying to attack this base. If he can kill these 2 bases on this side, it can turn back into a Byun-favored game, but it seems impossible, right? Look at the size of the army coming in. an incredibly large army. Burrows the lurkers after getting a sick fungal down. Blows up just about everything. All the medevacs die there as well. Barely anything left over. And all Byun's attacks now have been repelled. Yeah, the unburrow here just being as annoying as can be. The mines continue to do so well. They definitely have been fantastic so far. Byun, though, you can see his supply is having a hard time getting it back up. He has to make mostly Marines at this point. His gas getting pretty darn low. He is floating a command center to that top right base. So maybe, just maybe, he can keep that running. Continue to absorb efficiently. You know, I feel like there is still, like, a road here for Byun. Right? He's got a decent amount of ghosts. He can get some good snipes off here. Gets that top right mining. And I mean, Dark is only mining from 3 bases right now. Oh no, that's not good. 4 lings killing your base. No good there. Clears out these lurkers. I tell ya, this is actually becoming an extremely interesting game because Dark doesn't have a big bank. Normally he would have an additional base this entire time, but you know, he's come back from an incredibly hard game, and Byun has been fighting tooth and nail for every position. His attacks haven't been working, but Dark has not been able to secure more bases, which is a big thing as well, right? It's not just about killing bases, it's about preventing bases as well. And, like, I guess that is one thing that Byun has really done magnificently here. Please repair that. So he's going to make an orbital as opposed to a planetary. That's a very good call. You do not want a planetary to be blown up at this point. That is going to be his most important base very quickly. Okay, scans, gets rid of that lurker. Some good snipes. Just sniping absolutely anything he can, as he should be. Cost efficiency is your best friend right now. Ooh, sick mines. Got 19 kills. Now, this base for Dark is incredibly important. Some nice harassment here. Now, he is still mining from 2 other bases and then, like, a couple sparse patches. Just to mention, right? There's not, like, a whole lot going on for him as far as economy. I can't believe that Byun may actually come back from this game that Dark came back from. Insane, insane game. This game so far is better than the rest of the tournament. Just absolute craziness. Okay, so yeah, taking a look at those minerals, right? They are drying up a little bit. This base, very important. Top right for Byun, very important. His original 4th base in the center, obviously very important as well. You can see that Byun has been more efficient so far. He's on about 30 army supply right now. Stimming forward with a very small group. Dude, that's hard to engage into. He's got mines up the ramp. He's got ghosts up there. That is really hard to engage into. Now he just runs the lings right by. Drags some mines up there, but a good pullback there from Byun. Ooh! 16 kills on that shot. Crazy. Okay, now rotating down. Look at this. This is like a defensive rotation that we see from Byun, right? He's kind of going up and down in this area, and that protects this base right there and the base in the top right. Those are the 2 bases he must keep mining. Dark does have the possibility of a counterattack kind of through the south. If he does that with like a smaller group of lings occasionally, I think that's going to be very annoying for Byun. Of course, he does have to watch out for a full-on attack from Byun as well. He has this very good burrowed lurker position. Now, here's that attack through the south I was talking about, right? Dark has figured out that, oh, you're concentrating all forces to the north. So here we go. A huge amount of links. But actually, Byun comes back. He sensed this somehow. 6 star sense. Maybe a scan saw it or something. That was a really good move, though, because if he's out of position for that... Oh, God, that fungal. Oh, my God. Fungal growth, guys. It's only been nerfed 13 times. Woo! Just craziness. All right, Byun continuing to walk forward here, deciding that he can still attack with like 5 units. Getting some good high-quality snipes off without a doubt. Popping a lot of these lurkers. He's going to have to lift that all up. Okay, gets his ghosts out for the most part. That's important. Mine's still doing amazing, amazing work for him here. My God, it's insane how much these mines have done this game. He's just walking through minefields. All right, eliminates that lurker. Looks like that lurker was trying to harass the base. I don't think that was actually working. Bailing one lurker in production. Dude, the income for both these guys very, very low right now. This is one of the lower economy super late game TVZs that we've really seen. Just a wonderful game, too. Honestly, a bit unsure about how this one's going to end. You know, Byun has been up in about 8k minerals cost efficiency, but he's been up with that for about 10 minutes. So they've actually, for the last 10 minutes or so, they've been very equal as far as their engagements go. So I think that's important to take into consideration is when the efficiency happened. Now, Byun right now floating down, taking that base kind of at like 5-ish o'clock, I guess. Dark definitely needs to hold this one. Right, his bases are vertically separated by such a long distance. Byun rotating a little bit. Dark has so much vision on the map, it's really hard, I think, to infiltrate anywhere. The mine's actually kind of doing a similar thing here for Byun, kind of similar to like Creep or something. Whereas mines, not only are they getting a ton of kills, just like Creep does, but they're also giving you vision everywhere, just like Creep does. And making like attacks almost impossible like Creep does. Kind of amazing. Got some harassment there from the high ground. Very annoying. Ooh, good fungals, good fungals. A lot of EMPs going down as the chain fungals are coming out on those ghosts. You know, as long as you keep the ghost count very low and everything, it's really hard for the bio to break through this many lurkers. Like, you really do need those snipes. Now the Ling's starting to get everywhere. Excuse me. We have Byun doing a counterattack right through the center. Is he going for tech? Because it doesn't seem like he's going for expansions. He gets absolutely fungled everywhere in GG's. Kind of an insane and sudden ending there. Damn, guys. What a game number one. I can't believe that was just game number one, like a 30-minute game. Absurd. Absurd. So Dark takes game one. That game was very Byun favored at the beginning. Dark grinded it back. It became very Dark favored. Then it became Byun favored again. And then Dark ended up winning. Amazing game. Amazing game. Dark is going to win 2-0 with a fast 200-200 roach 100%. I mean, it's definitely a strat he's good at, but Byun can identify that strat pretty easily, I think. The amount of action he does on the map. By the way, little update, Cure is in the grand finals, awaiting the winner here. So it looks like he took down Special. It'll be either Byun or Dark going up against Cure for the championship here tonight. All right, let's get into it. Game number 2. Pray for Dark to win so we don't have to watch TVT. TVT in StarCraft 2 is actually very, very good. It's an excellent matchup, honestly. All right, we have Dark in the top right of Royal Blood. And in the bottom left, we have Byun. And Byun, you know, last game, it might be hard to recall because the game was 30 minutes and action-packed, but we opened up with a command center first into 4 racks. Here, he's going to go 2 racks Reaper, probably 3 Reapers like he generally does, but there's so many follow-ups to that build, including 4 racks, that's a little bit hard for Zerg. We'll see how Dark deals with that. Does he try to sacrifice an Overlord to get a spot on what's going on? We don't really know what his ideas are going to be. But we'll wait and see. We'll point him out when we see him. Yeah, that's pretty true, actually. StarCraft 2 matchups are pretty much just really, really good. Honestly, StarCraft 1 mirror matchups are a little bit rough. It's understandable if anyone doesn't like any of the 3 mirror matchups in StarCraft 1, I think. But not really reasonable in StarCraft 2. All 3 mirror matchups are pretty interesting. You love ZVZ Brood War. You're in the minority of that, for sure. TVT in StarCraft 2's Tank Wars? No, it's not Tank Wars like it is in StarCraft 1. Anyways, yeah, just throwing that out there. The thing is, I like TVT in both. I don't really care for StarCraft 1 PvP or ZVZ, honestly. Not that I hate them, but I don't care for them. Like, I kind of avoid watching them or casting them when I can. Whereas in StarCraft 2, I really don't mind them. I find PvP kind of really interesting, and ZVZ is just... I've done so many ZVZs because Zergs win every tournament. But yeah. Good matches. Now, this is an excellent scout. This is an older build. Well, honestly, I mean, I say older, and it is older, but it's still a pretty new build. The 2 racks at the natural is like what most people do with Reapers nowadays. Special is actually the one that really kind of started to refine that for the Terran race. But 3 racks Reaper with 1 in the main base has been around for a very long time. And Byun, in particular, of course, is very good at it since the Reaper is his spirit unit or whatever. Right? So he's going to be very good at this. The fact that Dark scouted this right away is really important. Like against this build, for instance, you don't really want to get a 3rd hatchery down right away. Like you've got to really focus on just stopping the Reapers. So we saw a drone die there. We've seen a few Lings die. And there's the command center. Still 3 Reapers at a time. More Queens being made here. You know, you start getting so many Reapers here, you can start chunking down the Queens pretty quick. Now, another Overlord comes up and sees that 1 barracks is no longer producing. That's important. Look at how many drones he makes. Look at this. He sees 1 add-on start and he's like 9 drones. Damn, Dark. Damn. Alright, stim in the main base as to not lose that upgrade. That's a smart adjustment. 20 Lings being made. Speed is done. Sees that speed is done. I think we won't see him commit on creep. Even just denying a 3rd base for this long is like pretty decent. Look how many Lings Dark is making. I think Dark is looking here for something very close to like... First off, what he's going to try to do is just have enough lings that he can run up and surround the Reapers no matter what. And let's see if he can actually do that. That's a sick grenade. Dude. You see these grenades? But Dark seems to have made just enough here. One Reaper remains. So, yeah, he has enough. And honestly, if he had even just a few less than that, then the Reapers probably would have wiggled out at some point. So that was actually, like, really well done by Dark. That can be really annoying to deal with. Now, taking a look at where we're actually at in the game after that, right? Instant 3rd and 4th base from Dark. He's getting Carapace. +1 was already on the way for Byun, so he's going to maintain an advantage or equality as far as upgrades go. Stim is almost done. 5 Marines at a time right now. Starport being made. Honestly, looking at this, I like Byun's position, right? Who doesn't? 3 racks is producing like this with Stim. Once he gets combat shields and he has like 4 medevacs, like the creep spread is not super good yet. That's definitely going to be something Dark is focusing on. I think he's got to make a lot of queens here. He's got to make a lot of lings here. He's getting a second Evo, so probably melee. Yeah, there it is. So we're not really going to see roaches. You're starting melee here. You're going Ling Bane. And we'll probably even see a macro hatch go up in the main base after he gets the 3rd and 4th secured. Right now, this is like kind of a dangerous moment, right? You have to balance this just right. Dark is up in workers. He is about to have 4 bases up, 4 hatches up. And see, he just started that macro hatch in the main base, like I mentioned before, right? There it is. This is something you absolutely have to do with this type of strategy from Dark. His carapace is not quite done. If he can avoid an engagement until that's done, that helps immensely. Unfortunately, Byun not going to allow it to happen. Pushes in the moment that his +1 attack is done. Damn, dude. What a good attack timing. Seriously. 1 queen down, 2 queens down, 3 queens down. 4 queens, 5 queens. My God. Dude, this attack, unbelievable. He's just going to kill him with this. Unbelievable. GG. Only 1 G! Single gong! What's with the single gongs today? Zergs don't like losing to Byun. Who the fuck is Chris Chan? Why do people keep saying this? Who the fuck is Chris Chan?
What? Swatty Chop Suey donated $3.02. Hey guys, I was wondering if you could stop making fun of me all the time. My girlfriend has started watching Artie's stream and she's really confused why you guys keep making fun of me and saying I have a small penis. It's making me really sad. Please stop.
Who the fuck is this guy? Why does he have my shirt? Is that him? Which one is him? Is that him? Damn, dude. Fuck this guy. All right, Neo-Humanity for game number 3. So we have in the bottom right, Byun. And in the top left, we have Dark. So, what are we thinking about this game? Neo-Humanity. Byun is not going for his patented Reaper, 2-Rax Reaper opener that he really likes. We're not seeing a command center first either. It looks like a normal kind of opener, like maybe a Reaper expansion. Possibly he wants to go for a factory. We don't really know yet. No, we're not going to see Byun go mech. That's not his. It's not his power. So. Well, I mean, nothing looking too weird. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Nice fast command center, and it's going to be a Marine, which means we'll have a factory follow-up. I like occasionally having a Marine opener as opposed to a Reaper. You know, allow you to get that tech down pretty quickly. The Marine is solid. Like, you're not going to be able to go across the map with the Reaper, but you're doing Reaper just about every game, so it's nice to mix it up a little bit. All right, third base down beyond the gold minerals. So he is going to want to mine that out. You definitely don't want those separated. That would be rough. So I think he will probably mine those out pretty quickly there. I actually wonder the mining rate because it's further, but it's giving you more minerals. So I wonder what that's like for the first patch, the second patch, the third patch. Like, are you trying to saturate all your blue patches first, or does it matter as much? Like, how many minerals is that off? These are actually, like, fun little ideas that I think about a lot. Like, that type of mining efficiency question. I think about that a lot in Brood War. I generally have Dunebug just check for me. And there we go. He is going to go ahead and start mining out those gold patches. All right. There we go. Now, the medevac going to be out. Byun hasn't been getting medevacs this quickly. He's really been focusing heavier on early bio. So this could be a little bit of a surprise. We have 3 Hellions getting ready as well. So maybe a Marine drop into a Hellion run-in as the Queens get pulled up to deal with the drop. I love this to knock down these cooling towers right now and slow movement through the middle of the map. Very smart move. Hellions, though, we're going around anyways. Looks like they want to poke into this third base. Snap a drone immediately. Snap another drone. Looks like the Lings are going to surround, but we have the drop in the main base. Takes out one Queen. Obviously, no stim or anything yet. So, you know, this is a very finite amount of damage he can really get. So 3 drones and a Queen and a few Lings. And that's for 3 Hellions. Yeah, decent. Can't really complain about that. It did all right. Viking right now, he's got the Pult Viking. Cleaning up the Overlords around. We don't actually see this that often. I mentioned the Pult Viking because he did this like every game against Zerg. He loved getting a Viking out and just clearing Overlords. Way back during Wings of Liberty. And he was really the only one that was really into this. I can't find anything wrong with doing it. Right? Like, it might, like, maybe you could have one other unit, but it feels like making the map a dark place for Zerg is like a smart move in general. Alright, so we're moving a bit of creep. Good to see. Active tumors going down somewhat. 2 active tumors, 3 active tumors. Nice. Always good to get those active tumors out. Alright, double racks in the natural here. Does have that additional command center as well. Liberator going up the side. Let's see what this Liberator does. I don't think it'll get very much. Yeah, quick pull. Some lost mine time. Whatevs. Yeah, maybe go after that. You know, we talked a lot about the Liberator last week, actually, when I talk about, like, set it and forget it units. Units where you can queue it up and it just does its job and you don't have to look at it. Kind of an interesting unit design, I think. One of the more interesting unit designs that we have. All right, double medevac, boosting out here from Byun. Yeah, he's trying to stay really, really active. We have 1-1 and Roach speed being made. It's kind of a funny landing. Forces a cancel on that fourth base. So that's, I guess that's kind of nice. Yeah, a funny fourth base to take though. All right, stimming up into the natural here. Kind of catching him off guard with that move, but doesn't do anything anyways. Dark wasn't expecting that because he knew it couldn't really do anything. It's a nice pickup there. All right, the 1-1 is still coming up. 2-2 has started here for Byun. He is getting +1 vehicle weapons as well. Infestation Pit, Baneling Nest. A couple bases coming up for Dark here as well. Already transferring his drones to it. Good solid 70 drone count. So Byun right now just kind of clearing out pieces of the map. He does have that additional command center being made in his main base, so definitely getting ready for a fourth. Interesting that he hasn't thought about taking a fourth down at 6 o'clock either, right? He hasn't mined out those minerals yet. I guess he wants to move towards the top right. I think that's fine, though. I can't see anything super wrong with that. If he secures the fourth on the top right, then it's a very easy move to take a fifth in that rich gas space in the middle. This is definitely a map where we can see these kind of long drawn-out games with a battle over the center. I've seen a lot of games here with, like, Broodlord against Thor. Don't know if we're going to really head towards that, though, with these two. Ooh, some decent biles go down. Good engagement here from Dark. Oh my god. Actually knocking all of that out. That is really painful for Byun. That was a huge percentage of his supply. And I gotta say, it's like specifically the fungals we've seen working really well against him in this series. Like, you know, Dark is using more fungals than we normally see him use in these situations, but they're doing really well. Oh wow, the SCV got stuck. It's the first time I've ever seen that in StarCraft 2, an SCV get stuck. All right, some Banes being added in. Additional command centers being added as well. More medvac harassment. Ooh, good biles go down, but he does snap the hatchery, so definitely a better move there for Byun. Thing is, Dark can sustain losses like that pretty well. Like, he's very good at playing with a slightly weaker economy than most Zergs. Byun right now on 85 SCVs, definitely doing well. All right, comes in. That command center, yeah, looks like that will be actually killed off. Not even canceled, so pretty quick, decisive kill on that. Not bad. That's going to really delay the fifth base. Fourth base is landed over there for Byun, so we definitely do want to see him get that up and mining. One thing to mention is, right, it doesn't seem like our production for Byun is all that good. He doesn't have many medevacs. He has lost a few in some of these battles, But honestly, I think he has like 3 medevacs right now. So it's like a little bit low. His high-tech units, he's having a harder time kind of getting them back out here. I do like to see his +2 vehicle weapons. It's definitely something that's going to be useful. No +3 armor yet, but he's getting +3 attacks. That's something at least. Ghost Academy coming up. +2 melee still here on the way for Dark. 112 upgrades for him. Adrenal on the way. Some Liberators coming out. Okay, look, I believe he has 5 medevacs right now, which is like, that's borderline of the low count that you really want, especially when you're still harassing. But to add Liberators right now, it's like, if you're going to add Liberators, honestly, I really want to see a second starport. I really, really do. Like, let's actually produce the units we're going to produce. Incrementing out at this speed seems... It doesn't seem right to me. I morally object to having 5 medevacs and making 2 Liberators at a time out of 1 starport. Okay, looks like Dark wants to attack in here again. He has the Vipers, so Blinding Cloud's going to be absolutely key. Double Blinding Cloud goes down. Really, really key play there. Yanks one of the tanks forward and will try to target that down. Does actually take more damage than expected there. Biles going down, but actually missed the tank. Okay, he finally does hit the tank with those Biles. There was some good spellcasting there and some missed spellcasting there. Overall, Byun holds, but again, the 5th command center, like, getting canceled. But he started another couple, so it doesn't matter as much this time. +3 armor on the way. Spire coming up here for Dark as well. That +3 armor coming. And, well, this attack is kind of weird, isn't it? Throws a lot of Biles down, does some damage to these building command centers, but that did not feel like a very good attack from Dark. I'm not sure what he thought he was going to accomplish right there. +3 vehicle weapons, and he's actually getting a second armory, which means we're going to go into some air upgrades as well. Because otherwise there's literally no reason to do that. You don't see that often, right? You don't really, you don't see mech plus air upgrades too often with this type of play, but okay. Like, you'll see a mech attack and ship attack. Maybe that's just what he is, because +3 takes so long, he just wants to get his ship attack going. That could be it. That could be it. We'll wait and see if he actually goes into any armor upgrades. Feels like if you have this thing armor, you may as well. Anyways, Dark is taking a hell of a lot of bases. 3 more hatcheries going down right now. So he's actually going to be on 4, 7, 8, 9 bases. Oh my god, 9 bases against 5. Byun is going to have to do something about that. Obviously, here's a funny thing about base counts in StarCraft 2. I mean, there's only so many workers you can have, right? So even when you're getting up to... Well, in StarCraft 1 as well, any StarCraft, right? You can have as many bases as you want, but that doesn't mean that you have huge saturation on all of them. If you have 150 drones, you're going to lose, you know? Really, 100 is around the cap of how many workers you can have and legitimately win games at the pro level. And we are actually close to that right now. Byun at 92, Dark at 87. That's kind of funny. That's pretty high for Terran. That's TY levels. He's really the only guy that gets up over the 80s consistently. So, Lurker Den, we have, like, basically all the upgrades coming, right? Burrow, Lurker Den, Nidus Canal. We have, like, yeah, there's the armor. Blue Flame. You know, the servos, whatever the hell it's called, for, you know, switching the stance of your fucking vehicle weapons, whatever. You know, both sides are getting, like, everything at this point. And, of course, Blue Flame, what was it? Blue Flame and +3 on Hellbats, one-shots Lings. So when you have that, this is a more recent meta development, actually, just to show you that, you know, we're 13 years in to StarCraft 2, and we have new meta shit coming out all the time. But yeah, getting Blue Flame Hellbats this late in the game with that good of upgrades, Lings literally just melt. They run up and they die in one shot. So there's not a really great counter to that. It doesn't even matter if you have +3 carapace for your Zerglings. They're still going to end up dying. So that actually becomes a very, very strong move to add those Hellions in your army at that point, or those Hellbats, rather. So excited to see that here out of Byun. We have Neural Parasite coming up as well. Some more Lurker upgrades also. SCVs being sent across the map to die at this point. Very smart choice. As you get really big as Terran, you want to hit a Supermax, right? You have Mules. You have a lot of Orbitals. So eventually you want to have less Workers than your opponent so you can have higher army supply because you can still mine a lot. Right? You don't need nearly as many SCVs on everything. Like, honestly, Terran has a hard time spending gas late game anyways, since Ravens no longer do damage. That was the only time in StarCraft 2's history that Terran had no problem spending gas in any matchup. Not the case anymore. Now, some great Blinding Clouds go down, as well as some Fungals. Picks up those Thors, going to drop them back behind the Blinding Clouds. Great amount of Siege Tanks here, great Liberators. Some of them do get picked off, but overall, a solid hold here from Byun. Loses 17 SCVs, that's totally fine. All right, right now, Byun, you know, he has this row of, you know, this row of command centers. He's got to start killing some of these hatches. A lot of these are placeholder hatches at this point, where they're just kind of there and ready to mine. But realistically, it's more about Byun cleaning them than about dark mining them right now. Right? It's kind of a funny thing, but you do see it. Now, a lot of Adrenalings coming up. Doing what they can. But this is where you do have to kill these, right? Like, for instance, you do have to kill this hatch. You do have to mine from this spot. But while your army's down here, this gives Dark an opportunity. Does he want to attack that army? Does he want to attack elsewhere? He sees a certain amount of your army there. And he actually utilizes this. See, he's going to attack the Thors and throw down a Nidus in the main. We'll see what he does with this Nidus. How much is actually going to go through there? Sometimes you put Mass Lurker through. Sometimes you just send Lings in. Mass Lurker it is. So gets right on top of that production. That is highly annoying. And it actually sends the Lings in as well. So this is going to be dirty to clean up. This is going to be really, really dirty to clean up. Pulls those Siege Tanks back. The Liberator's obviously going to be a huge help here. Lings getting on top of those tanks. Look at this. He sends Ravagers through to bile the Liberators. Are you kidding me? I don't think I've ever seen that. But this Nidus making a world of difference. This might be the backbreaking move. This might be how Dark moves on. Look at the minimap. Look at the minimap. Dark has so much. It's insane. He's got 4.5k, 2.3k. Damn. What a bank. So he's almost done cleaning up everything from his main base. But he's losing SCVs elsewhere. The SCV losses are not what we're too worried about right now. You can see 4 factories and 2 racks on the way. I think we're probably going to see Byun, if he can get back into this, go into mostly mech units from here. That looks like what he wants to do. But honestly, I think he's hemorrhaging from too many locations. This is getting very bad for him, and his bank is very, very small. He's dropping 1 million mules. If he had one more base and it was mining well, I would give him a bit more of a shot, but at 600 minerals, it seems impossible for him to do this. I think we're very close to the end here. Yeah, Dark rolling through with a lot of Banes through the Nidus now. More Lurkers come out. He's got Banelings in here as well. Slowing those ghosts down from cleaning up the Lurks. Look at that. He even retreats them. Are you kidding me? Pops them back out. Waits for him to get close. Another counterattack. This is it. That's game. That's game. Too much from Dark. GG. What a sick series. What a great, great, great series that we just had.